and welcome to the 17th episode of Season 1 of Four Comedians and a Hat, the show that is banned in North Korea, like all other American shows. Nothing special here. I am your host, the most successful comic to come out of Peevely, Missouri, Mr. Vincent Opper. If you are watching on Mac or PC, please click on the icon at the bottom right to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For those on other platforms, find us at Gateway Comedy Scene on YouTube. You can like us on Facebook at Gateway Comedy Scene Friends, and you can follow us at Instagram at Four Comedians in a Hat. Now let's meet the panel. Our first comic, to the right of me, I guess that's the left of me, the right of me. I don't know, I can't tell with the camera. Please welcome Mr. Aaron Ring. Big hand for Aaron. Aaron is the host of Grandpa Lee's Blue Annex, a deep dive joke workshop. He also co-hosts The Nice Guys Show, which I guess I would not be eligible for. What is The Nice Guys Show?
The Nice Guys Show is a virtual showcase of comics who are both funny and nice. At least that's the goal. If they can't be nice, they got to at least be extra funny.
Okay. Yeah, extra funny. That will cover up a multitude of sins. All right. Well, thank you. Once more, big hand for Aaron. Welcome.
Thank you.
Directly under Aaron, we have Mr. Nick Carter. Everybody give Nick a big hand. You've seen him at the Broadway Comedy Club, Flappers Comedy Club, and WNYC Public Radio. What do you do on WNYC Public Radio, Nick?
I was the voice of Pierre at on a podcast there. So it's a very fun podcast, the Orbiting Human Circus. Go check it out.
All right. And
I love the Orbiting Human Circus.
Do you really?
I do.
Oh my God.
Julian's an old friend of mine. I've known him for many years, and he's a fucking genius.
He's a genius.
And everything he does is better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was such a fun project to work on. So
awesome.
I miss it.
One more time, a big hand to welcome Nick. Woo-hoo! And directly underneath me, we have Gerard Dennis. Big hand for Gerard.
Yeah.
I love this because Gerard is an ex-hard rock singer turned wannabe comedian. Paying the bills doing nuclear medicine and hiring himself out to nursing homes as a stunt double for Mr. Clean. Please welcome once more Dennis or Gerard Dennis. So you actually do nuke med?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. And that is using, don't tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to have to tell me because I knew this at one time because my ex-wife used to do crap like this.
Okay. It's using radioactive isotopes to look how body systems function over what they look like.
Okay. All right. Well, good. That sounds like some important work, much more important than what I do. But anyway, everybody, let's give Gerard another hand. Okay. And I do want to cancel something out here. I do want to remind everybody that I do have a real hat with real questions and a real tag that I can't get off of the hat. So we're going to start with our first question with Aaron. Aaron, are you ready for your first question?
I am.
He looks ready. First question. If you had one day to live over again, what day would you pick?
Huh. God, there's so many. Because, I'm a comic. But I think if I had one day to live over again, it would be the day in 1995. I chose to run away from New York for 2 years. I probably should have chosen not to do that.
Ah. So you want to go back and rectify a mistake.
Yeah. Okay. And then go back again and kill Hitler. But the first thing I do would be to, not leave New York for 2 years.
All right. Gentlemen, what do you think?
I have a quick question, though, for Gerard.
Yes.
In your hard rock career, did you used to be Henry Rollins?
No, I don't like RuPaul.
Okay,
No.
got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Hmm.
If you had a day to live over, Nick or Gerard, what would you do?
Oh God.
I think if I had a day to live over, it would have been like May 24th back in about 84. I never would have gotten on that bus to leave LA.
So we're talking about leaving.
Yeah.
A theme has already come into play.
I probably wouldn't have gone to school for acting. I think I probably would have just started doing comedy right out the gate. I wouldn't have decided to go to BU. So that's probably the day I decided to go to college, I guess. Maybe I think I'd probably just go straight to New York.
If I could live one day over again, I've got 5 kids, and my youngest was a home birth, and I delivered him. So that would be the day I would live over again, because I know I'm never going to have the chance to deliver one of my own kids again, especially being I'm mid-50s, and I don't plan on having any more kids. And I'm not going to deliver any of my grandkids, so I think I'd live that day over again. But if we're going to go with the theme of something I maybe should live over and not have done, gosh, I've got probably when I went to college after high school, I would have chosen a different school and a different profession. But that's a long story. But it's made a few good bits. So
There you go. At least there's something-
Actually, though, I got to say, I mean, we were all talking about regrets, and then you came in and bowled us over with something heartwarming.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Very refreshing.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm not a real comic. I'm not fucked up enough. Is that what you're saying? That's what I hear you say.
Oh, look, hey, I'm not a real comic. I'm what I would call a gentleman comic.
Ah, okay. Nice guy in comedy. You don't find too many of those. I can be pretty salty on stage. So
Uh-huh. No, I'm not a nice guy in comedy. I mean, my comedy's not nice, but I also, I'm 52 years old and I have a full-time job. I'm just doing this to stay sane, kind of as a hobby.
oh, okay.
My total respect, heart goes out to anybody who's trying to do this full time.
Full time is such a relative term, because I know someone who makes about $50 a month in comedy, and that's their only job, and they say they're a full-time comic. You know,
With comedy, when I say full time, I mean time.
Yeah.
Not money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. Unfortunately for me, I live in a world where I have to pay bills, so I have to have a day job. All right, Nick, are you ready for your first question?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Okay. This sounds good. You look like a relatively good-looking guy. Would you rather be known for your intelligence or for your good looks?
Oh, intelligence, absolutely. Looks can go screw themselves. No, I mean, looks are nice and everything, but I feel like, first, I think that's just I feel like that's the more superficial answer, probably, and I also feel like that's the thing that's less permanent as you get older. So I don't know. Also, I just value I just like to be able to have important, intelligent conversations. So, and I'd like to be smarter than I am. So there you go.
Okay.
I wish I had the looks to be known for my looks.
So-
Intelligence is very overrated.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
Intelligence is overrated.
Absolutely.
In what respect?
pretty much every respect.
And I think good looks is all in the eye of the beholder. I mean, you can look at one person can see you and say you're good looking, and nobody thinks I'm intelligent, so I just get by.
You know what? You're a handsome man, though.
There you go.
Well, yeah, it's the hair.
Yeah.
If you want to feel intelligent, you just pick out friends that are just a step below you.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
If you can't spell cat without the C and the T spotted for you, you find someone who can't spell the word A without the A spotted for them. So,
Yeah, but that's what leads to conspiracy theories.
Ah, yeah, good call. So when you say a step below, are we talking on the evolutionary scale or the intelligence scale?
They both go hand in hand. So, yes.
I know some chimps that are pretty darn smart. I think I'll work with one. I don't know.
Yeah, I would rather be known by intelligence for the reason Nick was saying, because I'm just going to get uglier as life goes on. I mean, that I have proven that since my early 20s. As I've aged, I've just gotten uglier. And the thing that I cling to is that so far the brain hasn't slid that far. It has a little bit, but it hasn't, completely went off the road. Now, when I reach like probably 80, I'm going to be both ugly and dumb.
Yeah.
I've already resigned myself to that. So I got about 25 good years left, and then my poor family, they're going to have to put up with this.
But if we could add to the time travel, if we get the time travel of the last question.
Yeah.
And if you were good looking in your 20s and capitalized on it, then you might be able to make enough money to take care of yourself in your uglier years. Now, it's not just looks. It also takes a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
But if you have looks and confidence, you do not need. In fact, if anything, intelligence will keep you back, because with intelligence comes self-knowledge, and self-knowledge is an ambition killer.
True.
Yeah.
Aaron, it sounds like you have thought long and hard about this, and I just asked it like 5 minutes ago.
Very impressive. Are you sure you're? Now I understand why you're picking the other one, because you're already very smart. So there you go.
Look, as a pornosopher, I have spent my life fucking the big questions.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I still haven't come to an answer.
Oh.
So I'm not that smart because I love puns. Yeah, no, probably just not smart enough.
Yeah. Well, this is when I realized that I was going downhill. I used to go in to get my hair cut, and inevitably the hairstylist, she would run her fingers through my hair and say, "Man, you've got thick hair." And it got to the point where I would sit in the chair. They wouldn't touch my hair. They'd just look at it and say, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
A haircut. So.
Right.
All right, Gerard, are you ready for your first question?
Of course.
All right. We've kind of hit on this. Go back in time and change history. What would you change and why?
Oh wow.
In history, well, I don't care about enough about other people's history. I think, and this does piggyback on the intelligence question, I would pretty much go back and change all of my 1980s shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, that's just a nice word for that. I mean, I had some good experimental months as far as I remember, that I think. I mean, there were some times I thought I was talking to the May Queen for 9 to 10 hours in the evening, So it was fun. It was fun, but I think it may have hurt the intelligence side of it. But I think that I would change that in my history. I don't really care enough about the American history. it is what it is, and there's too much ripple effect.
So, in what respect would you change your personal history?
I wouldn't have dabbled as much as I did in the hallucinogenic field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would have went home and
Read a book on particle physics or something, because I used to do that.
okay, gotcha.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'd change my 20s too. I mean, if we're going down that road, I'd change my 20s. I'd work harder and be less lazy and go to therapy and be less anxious. So and be less self-hating. Hopefully, I'd figure out how to do that. But in terms of history, I don't know. It's such a big question. I mean, there's so much you could change. I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind. There's too many options. I would be very nervous to change anything in history because I'd feel like I'd change the wrong thing. Inevitably, I'd make the wrong choice.
Yeah. The wrong butterfly effect would.
Yeah, exactly. Or like I would do something and it would be a good change, but it would have unforeseen consequences.
Yeah. How about you, Aaron?
I think I would have shot Lincoln, but much later.
Why would you have shot Lincoln?
The whole beard without a mustache thing really bothers me. But I mean, honestly, not until at least the 1890s. I mean, he would have been very, very old. But here's the thing. Lincoln has to have been shot. Because he's Lincoln. He's the greatest American. And he needs that story.
You're saying he doesn't get a monument if he doesn't get shot.
Exactly. So Lincoln has to be shot, but I would have done it when, the stakes weren't as high.
So
I would have done it more strategically. What?
Lincoln and Kennedy, both assassinated while in office, both relatively young, and both probably the two most revered presidents in our history, aside from maybe Washington. It's the Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin thing. They died before they could live longer to fuck things up in their own lives and become more human.
Yeah.
Well, Kennedy fucked quite a bit up in his own life, but it was a different media environment.
Yeah.
Not that he didn't do great things. I mean, he did. But, if Fox News had existed back then,
right?
Yeah.
It'd be a different story.
It would be a very different story. Lincoln, though, it's pretty unimpeachable.
Yeah, I just watched that documentary series that TV series on Lincoln. It was very good. It's called Lincoln. If you want to watch it, it's very good.
God.
Now,
The thing is, when you Google Lincoln, nothing comes up. No, just made that up. Just pulled that out of my ass.
I would do the obvious. I would assassinate all the dictators. That would be the obvious. But like something that would be a little bit out of the box. I think if I could change history, I would have stopped the Louisiana Purchase if I had the power to do that, because I think it would be kind of neat to have this English country back around the United States, and then next to that this French-based country that's got.
So you would have turned us into Canada.
And then the other, then the California, the West would be part of Mexico. I think that would be just kind of take a peek to see how things would go there. Maybe I'd go back to 1611 and sink the ship that brought the first Africans here, and never had a slave trade.
Mm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Aaron, are you ready for your next question?
I am.
You have to wear a t-shirt with one word on it for 1 year.
Oh God.
Which word do you choose?
Hello.
That's not bad.
Oh.
That's not bad.
It's friendly.
It's good. I was struggling. The first thing that came into my brain was "fuck it," but then I was like, "That's 2 words,
Mhm.
so you're not doing it right." Hmm.
I think you could make that into 1 word.
Something tells me
You
could
could absolutely make that into what people would get it.
Yeah.
But the thing
PH.
is, I think you'd think that was awesome for a few weeks, and then you might get a little bored.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The first word that popped in my mind was cunnilingus.
That's a great word too, but I think you'd wear it for a few weeks, then you get a little tired.
No, how can wait a second. How many conversations would that open up, though?
It might not open up conversations.
It would open up something.
Right.
Yeah. Doors.
Yeah.
You know.
I have no empirical evidence of this, but if I was a bet man, I would bet that Aaron would get more opportunities for cunnilingus wearing a shirt that said hello than you would wearing a shirt that just said cunnilingus.
Most likely, yeah. I mean,
Most likely.
yeah.
Go with a yeah.
More of a shock value thing.
Right.
Piss more people off, and I like doing that sometimes.
Is that the name of your band, by the way?
No.
That'd be a great name.
For a band.
What was the name of your band?
It was Blackout.
Oh,
Old Scorpions album.
Yeah, actually, yeah. We actually covered that 1 song or 2 off that album. It was fun. That was back when I was like, just turned 50.
Just turned 50.
Yeah, that was a few years ago.
And that's when you started to rebel. Yes.
No, I rebelled a long time ago. It just took a while to get caught up to
Sure.
other things. I've always been a rebel.
how often have you had a cause?
There was that one time, but then, I sold it.
It was easier to have a cause in the 80s.
It was. 80s were fun.
Yeah.
What I remember of them. I know I was there for most of them, but
Easy
So
to-
Aaron, you like puns?
I do like puns.
Okay. If James Dean did not believe in Christmas, you would have a rebel without a clause.
Boo. Hold on.
Right.
Don't tell anybody where you heard that from. I was maybe in my teenage years when I thought that one up.
Mm-hmm.
It just came to mind. If
That.
I had
Try to write a knock-knock joke every day.
if I had 1 word shirt that I would wear every day, it would be silence. So people wouldn't talk to me.
Right.
I could go a year without people talking to me.
Shh. That would be a good one.
What's that, Nick?
Just shh. That'd be
Yeah.
good.
there you go.
Nick, are you ready for your second question?
I am so ready.
Okay. What was the most embarrassing thing that you have done while on a date?
Oh, Jesus. Most embarrassing thing I ever did when I was on a date? Most embarrassing thing I ever did was on a date. Shoot. Probably nerded out about my acting career or talked a lot about Dungeons and Dragons or something. I don't know. Nothing specific is coming to mind, but something like that. Did I tear my? I might have tore my pants on a date once, which I guess is a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's when I actually did it or not. But something like that.
Gerard, you started laughing immediately. What came to mind?
Well, until you said on a date, I had this whole scenario, but I'll just skip over that and go back to the thing on the date.
Okay.
I mean, the thing I was laughing at was I lost a lot of weight. I used to weigh 480 pounds, and
Wow.
my scrubs, and I stepped down off a crowded work bus one time, and my pants fell straight down. That was pretty damn funny.
Was it at the time?
You know, I didn't turn around. I heard nothing. There was not even a cricket chirping behind me. I just grabbed him and kept walking. I thought it was humorous, but I forget what color underwear I had on. It was just solid color, so that was good. But other than that, yeah.
That would have been a better story on a date.
Yeah. The date story was even funnier because it was like, you know, if you ask if there's a bear shit in the woods, no, but I do because I had to go. It was right after my gastric bypass and you couldn't control it. So look out for me. And I just turned right around on a log.
Shut up.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. That was embarrassing.
You don't say.
Don't say.
Aaron, you got
any
any
leaves around me?
I've clogged a few toilets in my day.
Yep.
While on dates?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and in fact, my current wife, the first time I stayed over her apartment, in the morning, I caused her toilet to overflow.
Mm.
And then I panicked, and used her really nice towels to try to get rid of the evidence.
Wow.
And she still married you.
Well, luckily, the night before we had both ritually deleted all of our dating app profiles. And you know, those are a pain in the ass to do, and we're both lazy.
There you go.
So it was keep me or do those profiles again, which are a giant pain in the ass.
I think the most embarrassing thing I did on a date, I was in high school, and I don't know what possessed me to do this, but we were at a pizza place, and I put a straw in my mouth, and I had it hanging down, and I was joking, look, I'm a fly. You know how a fly has that thing that's hanging down? And she was kind of mildly amused. So I stuck the straw in the soda, and you know how a fly always takes its little legs and, you know, rubs its head. Well, I did that, and I hit the soda and spilled the soda everywhere. So
What the fuck?
yeah, that was embarrassing. So I've never done a fly imitation since then. And I don't suggest it to anybody because it can end up pretty embarrassing.
Vincent, can I make a request?
Sure.
Could we see a fly imitation right now? Could you,
Yeah, and
come on,
can we
break
do an
the rules.
impersonation of a fly, please?
Vincent, it's
Really?
it's Passover. You will be so liberated if you do this.
Just a quick one.
All right. Got the little thing hanging down here.
That's great.
All right.
Well done.
I do a much better cicada, but hey, you didn't ask for that. All right. Gerard, are you ready for the final question of the evening?
Yes, I am.
All right. Drum roll, please. If you moved to Sesame Street, who would you want to be your neighbor?
If I lived on Sesame Street,
Yes.
what's that girl's name?
Miss Piggy?
That girl in the boots and the skirt. Anyway, No, I mean, I would like to hang out with. Wait, Gonzo was a damn Muppet.
Yeah.
So was Animal. So was the Swedish. No, Jesus. I'd have to go with Bert and Ernie.
Yeah. Strong
Yeah.
choice.
I just want to go around saying Ebert all the time. That's really all I want to say hi to him. Say, Ebert. That's all I want to say. Every morning when I wake up, I want to say it. And not look stupid.
Was Kermit on Sesame Street? Is Kermit?
Yes. Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
I was gonna go Kermit.
Hmm.
Kermit, classic. And Elmo would be good too.
No,
Oscar would be good too. I like
Oscar,
Oscar.
Oscar, I would. Yeah, that would be fun. I like grouchy people. That would be a lot of fun. Elmo would bother the shit out of me.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like he's on crystal meth or something all the damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say Cookie Monster because he's got to have some good weed.
Didn't they stop him from eating cookies and made him start eating like celery and carrots and stuff like that?
Did they? I hope not.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Or maybe the count because I was never good at math.
You could do your taxes.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know. I think the count sucks.
Shut up.
Ah,
Give us your hot count takes. That's great.
That was biting sarcasm there.
And a pun. Very good.
now, is Grover still on Sesame Street, or am I showing my age?
Vincent,
Vincent, when
Okay.
I was watching Sesame Street, the guitar still had a wah-wah pedal. So,
There used to be a character
I don't
called
know.
Grover that was
Super
my favorite
Grover.
when I was a kid.
I vaguely remember Grover.
I watched the Electric Company. I never watched Sesame Street.
Oh, the Electric Company was great.
That New Zoo review definitely showed my age.
Huh.
Well, if you want me to show my age, that's the complete series of Johnny Quest above my finger. So
Wow.
Nice.
Well, though, Benton Quest and Race Benton were the first gay couple on TV.
They were. I like this name though, Race. That's a great name.
Race, yeah.
You think it's his real name, Mr. and Mrs. Bannon had a boy and they named him Race?
It was before it was such a triggering word.
Or it could have been Reese and he just had a speech impediment.
And Benton Quest also always had the best beard.
That
He had
thing,
the chin strap and a mustache, but they weren't connected.
no. And I love Haji.
Yeah.
Haji was great.
if I decided to dabble with men, it would be a man named Race. I've just decided that. That's a great name.
Yep.
I haven't never made that decision. So I don't have a name. This is, yeah.
See, for me, it would be Dr. Quest. So maybe in a callback, intelligence does matter.
Ah,
There you go.
Although he was a very good-looking cartoon man.
I thought Race was better looking though. He had that chiseled. Wow, but Dr. Quest had the chisel too.
Yeah, they basically had the same outline.
Yeah, they did.
Do you know who did the voice of Johnny Quest?
Shit, I think I do. He was in Animal House.
Yeah, Tim Matheson.
Tim Matheson, yeah.
Oh, they kind of look like Tim then too, a little bit. But didn't Johnny kind of look like Tim?
Johnny's blonde-headed, Tim's dark-headed.
Well, I mean, besides that,
Johnny's two-dimensional, Tim's three-dimensional. I'm just not seeing it, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, maybe it was just me in the '80s again. I'm sorry.
On that note, we need to wrap this up. Do want to thank our panel once more. A big hand for Aaron Ring. Thank you, Aaron.
My pleasure. That was great.
And a big hand for Nick Carter.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And finally, a big hand for Gerard Dennis.
Thank you.
Remember to pay attention to all of our social media issues and stuff, and we will see you next week. Thank you.